Morning guys, Jano0, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land, whatever part of the world that you are in. We are in a hurry. A lot of the guys from the creek and the ridge are showing up to start taking this place apart. So let's do a quick walkthrough and walk around, and we'll show you a little bit about my understanding of how this place was built and all that kind of stuff. So we are down here in the front yard. There's my place over there. Now, some of the old timers told me that you see where the road is now, but they said back before they actually built the road and it was a wagon trail and horse trail, that it come down and was even with this right here. And then they built it up in order to, have the road a little bit more smooth and less hills and no water standing and stuff like that. And then, of course, these concrete stairs were added at some point. They weren't original. But you can see some of the damage. You can see how it's starting to lean. This is to be the front porch area. Give me a quick look around. You can see how big them trees are compared to that Nissan Frontier truck right there. Them some big trees. The place has been here for a while. There's spots down here where you can see where the foundation is crumbling and it's starting to lean. Now, one of the old timers told me a couple of days ago that this wall here, we're not quite sure we're going to find, because this used to be the chimney wall and it has caught on fire. This house has been burned at one point, so there's no telling what we'll find. Either, and if anything's any good, it may all be charred once we get the walls and stuff off and the siding off here in the next couple of days. We're going to start on the inside of the place, and the last thing that'll come down is the outside, so it doesn't look like it's anything going on. There's the side of it. All right, let's walk into the front door here. And like I said, bear with me if I move quickly, because once we get down here and everybody shows up and everybody gets started, it won't be long and we'll take this thing apart. So come to the front door. This is the oldest original part of the house right here, and what would be called this front room area now. And as you can tell, there's nothing original in here. They've, as they've been remodeled and so on. But once we get the floors and the carpets and see what kind of joists and beams are used, see what the walls, see what's in the ceiling. I'm pretty sure that none of the original ceiling beams and stuff are going to be there since of the remodel. But we'll see what we get into when we start taking it apart, taking all the windows out. This window here, the house is bowed so much. I don't know if you can see where it's bowed, but that window is shot now, and it won't even, with the aluminum frame, I'm not quite sure we'll be able to save that one, but we'll salvage whatever we can. There's the back door, the back part of the wraparound addition that goes into here. This would be the newer kitchen area of the wraparound addition. And the cabinets and everything are already gone, already been salvaged. This little closet space underneath the staircase that they built. And when they added on the second floor, the original addition was, of course, the upstairs part from this original spot here, this original room, the old one-room place. And this is the big bedroom of the wraparound addition, which was done at a much later date. Now, I am going to go up this staircase. Their staircase is about 3 feet wide. Really narrow and really straight up. That's how they did things back in the day. Oh man, these stairs are creaking. And I'm a big fat guy. So they would come right up here, and this is where they would put the first addition. The second story under the house. You can see how badly things are starting to bow. There is still some stuff in here that we're going to try to salvage. The windows, and I'm walking very gingerly. This is really sagging right here, man. And it's going to be a little dangerous to take this thing down without it falling down, but we're going to do the best we can. And at some point there will be some heavy equipment coming in to push it down and push it over if it starts getting too dangerous for us to be starting to take it down, because every time you take something down, it's going to weaken it just a little bit. Whew, man. be honest with you, it kind of makes me nervous just sitting here. The way that floor is sagging, it's sagging in like this, and you can feel it. Whenever I step on it, I can feel it going down like this. And here's a view of how steep the staircase is and how narrow it is. And that's pretty much a quick walk around of the place there. You can see right there, this line right here would have been where the original walls stopped from the original part of the cabin, and then they used this back 3 feet as their staircase whenever they started putting on the second story. Wow, I can hear everything cracking. So that's what they did. They built a rectangle. When they needed more room, they put another rectangle on top of it. And then when they needed more room, they built a wraparound around the edge of it. So that is pretty much it as far as this old place goes. And we'll try to snap some video here and there when we start taking some of the drywall down and some of the shingles and all that kind of stuff. We're going to try to get some as much as I can video. But like I say, it's going to go quick. And a lot of the guys on the ridge and a lot of the guys from the creek here and stuff, they just absolutely do not want to be on video. The owner doesn't want to do an interview about the place. He doesn't want to be on video. Everybody's really, really old-fashioned out this way. And they typically don't like their picture being taken and stuff like that. So that's the same reason why I've never been able to sit and talk with Uncle Bill. He doesn't want to be on video. So just is what it is, guys. I'll do the best I can. But there's going to be unanswered questions. And that's just something we're going to have to live with. So anyway, we'll get back at it, and hopefully we can salvage some of this block here from the old front porch and stuff, and we'll try to make little snippets as we go. So, oh, look at there. You see how that's bowed out and stuff? It's just starting to come on down. So if it gets too dangerous, and it starts sagging too much and stuff, the owner is going to tell us to stop, and he's just going to have the big equipment come in and push it over. And then we'll try to salvage what we can from the pile. This looking like there's a lot of this stuff that's not going to be very usable. But that stuff, he's got a big dumpster coming in today. A lot of the trash stuff is going to be put in the dumpster. And a lot of the old rotten wood and stuff like that, we're going to push it into a hole. You're going to have a big hole in the hayfield dug. We'll push it into there and burn it and then bury it. So anyway, that's where we are. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, this is going to be part whatever we're on the house. We're just going to add it on to the first house video because we have learned quite a bit about this house. And it's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. I am not arguing with anybody about that there used to be maybe an old log home place here. Very probably there did, but that is completely gone. Let me go in here and I'll just show you what we've learned about the house. Some of the things that they said was absolutely correct. You can see that we're into the wraparound addition part here now. This would have been the original outer wall, and it is definitely not a log home place. It is the slats and plaster construction from the old oak 2x4s. I'm going to say probably sometime in the 30s. One of our elders did tell us that there was a fire here at some point. They thought that it was contained in this room over here on the wall, but it looks like it has been done a lot more damage and has been completely redone because all of the interior walls have been done. You can see we've cut a couple of exploratory holes. There's some older 2x4s here, but they're definitely not as old as as what we thought they were going to be. And then there's even some newer here from the newer construction. The floors, once we got down past the carpet and stuff, the floors, we see our little hole we looked at. The joists are, the floor joists are just absolutely rotted and covered in termite damage. So we got to thinking, well, if these walls here in this original part of the house, if these walls were damaged by fire, then maybe there would still be the original wall here on the original back, what would have been the back wall. When they built this staircase, this would be the newer wall, and this would have been the outer wall of the house, which it was. You can see that it was. But again, it's definitely not any kind of a log log original Appalachian style log cabin home. It's again, it's plaster and slats even underneath the stairs here where we cut and looked. So a little disappointing that we wasn't able to show you guys a super cool old log house underneath here. And it has definitely been, you know, had some damage and redone. Like I said, I'm not going to argue the fact that there was an original log home here at some point, but it is, all four walls are not, there's not any of that original log home left. This is all the plaster, slat and plaster construction. I don't know when they started that style of construction. If I had to take a guess, I would say that this was rebuilt and remodeled sometime around the 30s and somewhere around in there. That's just my opinion. I'm not an expert builder, salvager dude, or any of that kind of stuff. But like I say, it is what it is. A little disappointing, but we do the best we can. So I'll show you guys again. I'm sure there's going to be some dudes who watch this who know a lot more about construction than what I do, and if I am correct in thinking that this was probably sometime around the 30s, let me know whenever they did this, a lot of this plaster and slats. We looked in all of the in between all the studs up and down. There's no paper, there's no nothing in here that we can see. We'll keep an eye out, and if we come across anything cool, we'll let you know. But most probably there's not going to be anything really that we can salvage other than the doors and the windows and some of the hardware outlets and stuff like that are in here. The wood, we may get a few of the stud boards if they will hold up well, but there's definitely been some damage to this house from water and insects. So this will probably be the last house video that I make, just because it is what it is. Most likely the majority of it is going to come down with the assistance of heavy machinery, and we may take a little bit of video of that coming down and pushing it into the big fire and burning it and stuff like that and cleaning up. But a little disappointed, a little disheartening. I was really hoping that the original you know, a log would be underneath an original log home. But what are you gonna do? Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. So, all right, guys, that's gonna do it for the house for now. You guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless. The end. Buzz, buzz. The end.